Welcome to our deep dive into the impact of profit-driven education on diversity and quality. We'll explore the challenges and consequences of this approach. Our journey begins with an overview of the vision and reality of profit-driven education, followed by a look at the dominance of large corporations and the concentration of the market. We'll continue by examining the role of competition, market adaptation, and the influence of capital in the welfare sector. Finally, we'll discuss the impact on students, teachers, and the overall educational landscape, concluding with a summary of our findings. We start with the original vision for the school reform, comparing expectations with actual results, and examining the current state of public schools as a symbol of these changes. Large corporations dominate the market, leading to a concentration of resources and an increase in profit-driven schools, while alternative school forms are marginalized. The number of students in charter schools has increased, particularly in urban areas, affecting rural schools and leading to significant consequences for the educational landscape. With a significant increase in profit-driven schools, these companies now hold substantial market shares, impacting various sectors and the overall economy. The market is increasingly concentrated with a few large players, who are expanding through acquisitions and mergers, demonstrating their financial dominance. Academedia stands out as the largest school company in Sweden, with extensive market dominance, numerous schools, and significant expansion through acquisitions. The dominance of large corporations has led to a decrease in diversity within the school market, with a significant increase in profit-driven schools and notable geographical differences. Reflecting on the current state of the school system, we question whether the developments are a result of strategic planning or unintended consequences, particularly in terms of commercialization and market concentration. Reflecting on the consequences of the school reform, we see the insights of politicians, the development within the charter school sector, and potential future actions to address these issues. Milton Friedman's ideas on school choice and vouchers were adopted in Sweden in 1992, making it the first country in the world to implement such a system. Founded in the 1990s, Pysslingen has grown significantly, driven by the increase in profit-driven schools and the competitive market adaptation, highlighting the commercial logic in education. Competition has reshaped the education sector, with an increase in independent schools and students, particularly in urban areas, and the dominance of profit-driven companies affecting diversity. With 78% of funding for charter schools coming from profit-driven companies, the market is highly concentrated, and financial incentives play a significant role in shaping the sector. The opening of the market for charter schools in 1992 created opportunities for entrepreneurs, leading to significant expansion and investment in the sector. School companies have grown through acquisitions and mergers, with Academedia leading the way, consolidating their position as the largest education provider. Venture capital firms have entered the education sector, seeing it as a stable and profitable market, leading to increased investments and further concentration of resources. Several of the largest school companies have become listed on the stock exchange, increasing visibility and capital access. The top 5 school companies generated a combined operating profit of 1.4 billion Swedish kronor in 2020-21, showcasing their financial strength. This has led to increased scrutiny and debate about the sector's impact on education. The top school companies generated a combined operating profit of nearly 1.4 billion Swedish kronor for the period 2020-21. Academic performance is reported to be high, with a profit margin of 7.57%. The companies have also invested heavily in expansion and acquisitions, further solidifying their market position. The top 5 school companies reported a combined operating profit of 1.4 billion Swedish kronor. Academedia alone reported a profit margin of 7.57%, highlighting their financial efficiency. The total operating profit has increased significantly over time, reflecting the sector's growth. Cost reductions per student are achieved by keeping expenses low. Economies of scale allow school companies to reduce costs and increase efficiency. Standardizing education and maximizing classroom utilization are key strategies for maintaining profitability. Charter schools generally have lower student-teacher ratios compared to public schools. Teacher salaries in charter schools are lower, and many teachers are employed on a part-time basis. Historically, charter schools have hired fewer teachers, impacting the quality of education. Independent schools, especially those run by large companies, have the lowest student-teacher ratios. The average student-teacher ratio in these schools is 14.9, compared to 12 in public schools. This has significant implications for the quality of education. Charter schools have a higher proportion of students with highly educated parents compared to public schools. 71% of students in charter schools have parents with higher education, compared to 59% in public schools. This demographic difference impacts academic performance and outcomes. The focus on generating profit often comes at the expense of hiring more teachers. Academedia alone would need to hire 1,300 more teachers to match the student-teacher ratio in public schools, costing an additional 757 million Swedish kronor. This prioritization has significant economic consequences. The pursuit of profit has led to a reduction in diversity within the education sector. The perceived diversity masks the concentration of ownership, limiting the variety of educational approaches available to students. Market dynamics show that initial investments in the sector decrease over time. Financial actors play a crucial role in the consolidation process, driving competition and reducing diversity. This has significant implications for the quality and variety of education available. A large portion of the profits is used to expand and open new schools, both domestically and internationally. In 2020-21, 88% of all private high school students attended schools owned by large companies, indicating a high level of market concentration. Public funding for education has increased significantly over the past decade. The pursuit of profit poses a threat to ideologically driven schools. Competition from profit-driven schools can lead to the monopolization of the sector, reducing diversity and limiting educational choices for students. Reducing the use of public funds for profit-driven schools is crucial. Denmark provides an example, where approximately 16% of schools operate without profit motives. This model could be adopted to support ideologically driven schools and reduce market concentration. "76% of funding for charter schools comes from profit-driven companies, highlighting the dominance of these entities. The concentration of ownership creates an illusion of diversity, while financial success for large actors continues to grow. Non-profit schools face significant challenges in this environment.